Q words can be pretty tricky in Latin, and quam is one of those that can get a little slippery. The form quam can be a lot of different things. It can be a relative pronoun in the accusative feminine, but we're going to be talking about quam as an adverb and how it is translated when it is paired with different degrees of the adjective. Depending on what degree of the adjective quam is accompanying, it's going to have three different definitions. So if quam precedes a positive degree adjective, it's going to be translated how, and it's more of an exclamation like how happy am I than a question like how happy are you. So it's usually, kind of bumps up the intensity of the adjective. If quam follows the comparative, that's the normal order of things, it's going to be translated than, and that's how you compare two things. I am happier than you. Quam would come after the comparative adjective, just like than comes after the comparative adjective in English. And then this final example, if quam precedes the superlative, it's going to be as blank as possible. I am as happy as possible. We've seen this already with the adverb quam celerime, as quickly as possible. So a lot of times I like to think about quam just kind of kicks the adjective up a notch. How happy am I? We're not just saying I'm happy, we're kind of like really emphasizing it. I am happier than you. That than shows that I'm even more happier than happier. And then quam plus a superlative, it's not just very fast, it's as quickly as possible. So think of quam as like a magnifying glass for the adjective. So here are some examples. Quam caecus est Quintus? How blind is Quintus? Again, it's not a question, it's just kind of an exclamation, and the how, kicks caecus up to be more than just Quintus is blind. It's an exclamation. Wow, how blind is Quintus? Here, Quintus is blinder or more blind than Grumio. Notice when things are compared, they're compared in the same case, and usually they're going to be in the nominative. That makes sense too because the verb is est, and you have to have the same case on either side of the verb to be. And then this last one, Quintus est quam caecissimus, Quintus is as blind as possible. So he's not just very blind, that would just be Quintus est caecissimus. It's Quintus est quam caecissimus, as blind as possible. Here are the Latin versions of some of the English examples I gave earlier. How happy I am. So this is just me. It doesn't even have ego in there. You don't need it because the verb sum means I am. I am happier or luckier than you. Notice ego is in the nominative and to is in the nominative there because they're being compared and the verb is a verb to be. And then I am as happy or as lucky as possible because I'm a female teacher. It's felicissima. If I were masculine, it would be felicissimus. But again, quam just kind of like, augments the adjective and makes it a little bit more impressive and powerful. And as I said, the word order does make a difference. Quam will precede the positive, precede the superlative, but will come after the comparative in standard Latin word order.